insurance class. So in today's class, I'm going to talk to you all about international and Indian insurance market. So if you see your syllabus, open your syllabus, girls. So if you look into your paper, syllabus paper, I have already written on the board in my first class. So if you see classification of general insurance companies, I'm already done with that classification. In yesterday's class only I have discussed with you all about the classification. So in today's session, I'm going to discuss with you all about the other things. That is, just a second. Indian and international insurance market. Indian and international insurance market. So please write Indian and international insurance markets. What is that? Indian and international insurance market. So if we try to discuss about this part, first we will try to understand what is this market all about. So market is a place where you get the products, buying and selling. Trade activities take place in the market. So for us, what is trade here? See, excuse me. Buying and selling of goods or services we say. This is a kind of service that they are trying to give it to the people. Okay. Then what are its products? Its products are nothing but insurance policies. Okay. Different kinds of schemes you are having under insurance, isn't it? So all those put together is to say, all those put together we are trying to say that as products. Okay. All those schemes are called as products of insurance. We will not say schemes of insurance, but in business language, what are the products of insurance companies? Then different kinds of policies are the products of insurance company. Okay, so let's try to discuss first about Indian insurance market. Then if time is left, then I will try to continue international insurance market also. So first, Indian insurance market. Put the heading Indian insurance market. Okay. So if you ask me when did insurance have started taking up its form, I can say that insurance has started right from 1000 BC only. Okay. So I am going to give that introduction in your regulation of insurance business subject. There I will tell you how insurance has started. But when I was discussing with you all the history of general life insurance, I already taught you all from where that insurance has come. I have already given you all introduction to insurance basically in my past set papers. In your previous set papers, I have already given introduction. So I am not going to discuss much about the origin of insurance because we all know from where and when it has started. But I am going to discuss with you all the milestones in Indian insurance market. What are the achievements, okay, that have taken place in the insurance market in India? Okay, so with the growing trade, commerce and industry, the risk and the uncertainty has also grown. That's the reason where there is risk, loss or where there are problems, their insurance will be there. So these days if you see, there is a problem to health, okay, life insurance, life wise you are having problems. Non-life is nothing but the materialistic things, there also you are having problems. So where there is a problem, where there is loss, where there is risk, there the insurance will be there. Okay, so let us try to understand what are the milestones in the Indian market, in the India, okay, insurance Indian market. So let's see that milestones. So one more announcement, ma'am. I just wanted to tell you all that we have started our, I have gathered the complete material of our syllabus. I told you all that we are not getting textbook outside. So what I did is I gathered complete information, relevant information from various areas, and we have taken a printout Xerox copy of the textbooks, of both the textbooks. So one copy will be with me, one copy I am keeping with Rahana Madam in library. So if you want textbooks, if I cannot say if, you have to take the textbooks because you are not getting it outside. Okay. So from that textbook only I am going to explain you all the material that I have prepared. From that only I am going to explain you all these two set papers. So I request you all to go to library, take permission from Rahana Madam, or else give her money so that she will take Xerox and give it to you all the copies, or else you only take that copy and go for Xerox. But whatever it might be, till yesterday I told that the material is not there, but now I am telling that material is there. I have already prepared. I told you all, I promised you all that at least I will try to collect the information and prepare a book. So I have done my part. Okay. So please try to take the books. It will be available with Rahana Madam. With me also one specimen copy I have kept. With Madam also one copy is there for each set paper. So this is an announcement for you all. So yes. Now if you see here, what are the milestones? What will you say, what is meant by a milestone according to you? So, milestone means the remarkable stages, isn't it? Milestone means the remarkable stages of, insurance. Like insurance is being moved from one stage to the another stage, isn't it? So while crossing from 1900s to now, this is 2000 century to 21st century in fact. So what kind of, what kind of achievements that insurance sector has made, that we are going to understand. So just try to put the heading milestone of insurance market. Now let us start milestones in general. So milestone. So if you see here, in 1907, what had happened, we will try to understand. Okay, because we should know how the market has improved. Okay, so the Indian Mercantile Insurance Limited was set up. The Indian, first I am writing on the board, then I am going to explain. Mercantile Insurance Limited was set up. Okay, so this is the first company that has addressed all classes of insurance. What are all classes? Whether it might be a general insurance or whether it might be a life insurance, and kinds of companies also okay. So all those, this is the first company that has addressed all the classes of the insurance business. So that is one of the milestone. And the next milestone is in 1957. General Insurance Council has set up. General Insurance Council has set up. This is a wing of Insurance Association India. This is a wing of Insurance Association of India. Okay. So after going on, what had happened is in the year 1957, General Insurance Council has been set up under the chairmanship of Insurance Association of India. So what did it do? Okay, what it has done is that specifically to speak, it has started framing a code of conduct in the insurance businesses. What did it do? Code of conduct means it started framing the rules and regulations in order to improve the working and smooth running of the insurance business. Okay, again I am repeating. In the year 1957, General Insurance Council has been set up. okay, under the wing of Insurance Association of India. So why it has set up? It wanted to establish certain code of conduct. It has framed certain rules and regulations in order to make the or in order to ensure the smooth running of insurance business in India. Okay, so a regulatory control kind of council has been set up to organize the working of the insurance market. Okay, so that is another milestone. Now let us see the next one. In 1968, Insurance Act got amended. Insurance Act is 1938, isn't it? So this got amended to regulate investments and set minimum solvency margin. Solvency margins. Okay, so yes. So amendment means what? Doing modifications in the act. So another milestone of insurance market is that Insurance Act, which was established in the year 1938, it got amended, it seems. So what are the necessary changes that it has made? It has regulated the investment procedure. Now, who is investing in your insurance business? Public, all the policy holders. What all the policy holders are doing? They are purchasing your policies. When they are trying to purchase your policy, it means to say that they are investing in your business. Okay, so they have improved that investment procedures, and they have decided a minimum margin, profit margin for both the customers and the insurance business people. Okay, so this is a milestone in the year 1968. Now let us see the milestone in the year 1972. Okay, so here the general insurance business, now the history is repeating here. I hope you are getting my point. See, sometimes the milestones, history also talks about the improvement, isn't it? So milestone is that only. The General Insurance Business Act 1972 got nationalized. And it has started its work right from January 1st, 1973. Okay, so it started getting implemented from 1st Jan 1973. So likewise, the general insurance business, see, insurance, we are talking about Indian insurance market. So insurance means there are two categories. We are going to talk about general insurance, we are going to talk about life insurance. So please no confusion in it. So right now we are talking about General Insurance Business Act. So that which got nationalized in the year 1972, and it started getting implemented right from January 1st, 1973. Now let us see another milestone. Now 107, this point we have already discussed in the history mark. 107 insurers joined or got amalgamated and merged into four groups. So in yesterday's history, we go back and see. So the same point has been discussed, and those four groups also I have written it on the board. Okay, so this is the what can you say? Yeah. So if you see here, in your syllabus, if you see, where is that? Yeah, if you see here, we are going to discuss about reforms also, na? Insurance reforms. I think that insurance reform word is in another subject. Now if you see here, go back to your regulation of insurance business, regulation of insurance business. In that one topic is insurance reforms. So since here we are talking about insurance market, now that insurance reforms are also being covered here. So are you observing how it is interrelated, that subject and this subject? So that's what I am saying, girls. If you read this subject, that subject would be easy for you all to understand. Okay, so these are the milestones, okay, which is talking about improvement. Now let us try to understand the reforms, okay, insurance sector reforms. Okay, so first what did we understood? Milestones. Now what we will understand? Insurance sector reforms in this Indian insurance market. So next one what we will try to understand is insurance sector reforms. So next side reading in this is insurance sector reforms. What is that? Insurance sector reforms. So if you see here, as I told you all, I have discussed this already in the history of general insurance, that in the year 1993, in which I am just giving you all the explanation, nothing much to write here. So when you get the textbook, already my explanation will be there in that. Okay, so yeah, in the year 1993, Malhotra committee was there. Okay, he is the former secretary, okay, and RBI governor who is called as R.N. Malhotra. Okay, so what did mosquitoes are there? I'm sorry. Yeah. So yes, R.N. Malhotra. Who is R.N. Malhotra? You know. Okay, he is the former governor. Which governor? RBI governor. So what did he do is he started a team, or else he started a committee which is set up to evaluate the insurance industry, and he started recommending the further directions. Okay, what did he do? He has started a committee. Okay, again I am repeating, what are the reforms? The reforms means how did the insurance sector restructured. Okay, why it got restructured? Because in the year 1993, Malhotra committee has given a report. Okay, so what is this committee? Okay, Malhotra committee. What is this Malhotra committee all about? So I am just trying to give you a 2-3 sentences about this Malhotra committee. Malhotra committee is an association of few members under the chairmanship of R.N. Malhotra. He is the former governor, he is the governor of RBI. Okay, so what did he do? He has evaluated all the industry. Which industry? Insurance industry. Complete insurance industry he has evaluated, he has analyzed, and he has given certain steps for future directions which can give us profit in this business. Okay, so he has what he has suggested, why he has taken up this insurance committee. He has taken up insurance committee with the objective of complementing the reforms, or else with the objective of improving the insurance sector in the financial sector. He has suggested certain reforms. He has suggested certain improvements in this particular context. Okay, what did he do? He has suggested certain things in this particular committee. He has suggested certain things, certain reforms which can improve the financial sector. Okay, what did he do? He has suggested, he came with an objective. See, whatever the work you are doing, you will have an objective for yourself, isn't it? Whatever you do, you will be having an objective for yourself. So, what is his objective is, he wanted to suggest certain reforms that can improve the insurance business in the financial sector. So, what did these reforms aimed at? Okay, e reforms goal 80. Okay, they wanted to create a more efficient, more suitable schemes that will suit the life of the people, both life insurance and non-life insurance, and which will try to give you all the benefit for, say, benefit for me and benefit for company also, means benefit for the public and benefit for the what can you say, insurance business also. So in 1994 the committee submitted a report. Okay, in that report, what are the key recommendations? Okay, so that recommendations is nothing but insurance sector reforms. Okay, so Malhotra committee suggested, first let me say, submitted report in Malhotra committee submitted report in the year 1994. It contained the following key recommendations. It contained the following key recommendations in insurance sector. So this is like a reform. Okay, we have to do reform is what he suggested. Now, let us try to see what is that he has suggested. First thing is structure. He asked everyone to reform their structure. So in this structure, what should be there? Okay, as I told, in the year 1994. So 1993 he has done complete evaluation. For 1 year he has done evaluation, and in that 1 year what did he do is, he has suggested, okay, in 1994 whatever the readings or findings he has done, he has made a report or prepared a report, and he started submitting it to the government. So what is that he has told in the structure? He said that structure of the insurance sector should be changed. So just a second, girls, I will try to reduce the temperature. Yeah. So in this structure, what is that he has suggested? So in this structure, the things that he has suggested is that, so if you see here, government stake in the insurance company should be brought down to 50%. Actually, government has taken everything under its control. So government budget will always be low, isn't it, girls? You cannot see more profits in that market. So that's the reason, instead of the ownership of 100% in the insurance companies, he said that 50% should be taken by the government and 50% should be left to the public or private sectors. That is one point that he has told. Then second thing that he has told is, you can take over the holdings of general insurance company. What can you do? You can take over the holdings of general insurance company and subsidiaries also, depending upon the independent acts, okay, or else independent corporation. Now, how government can still have control over insurance companies means, take over their holdings, means you try to control the management, put the management in your control. Though you are working to the private sector, put the control of the management in your hand. That is the second one. Then give every company to have a greater freedom to work in their own business. Okay. So though you are holding their management, try to give them certain freedom so that they will try to improve in their business. Okay, there are three things. Okay, that structure, in the structure it has to improve. First thing is, try to take only 50% of the ownership. Second thing is, since you are taking only 50%, try to have a control over the management of the general insurance companies. Third thing is, try to give them freedom, okay, so that they will try to do their business on their own. Okay, give freedom to all the insurance companies, don't try to control them. So who is controlling? Government only. Okay, so that is about structural reforms. Now let us go to the next one. Next one is competition. In competition we told to make necessary reforms. Okay, so let's see in competition what has he made, the things. Private companies with the minimum paid up capital of rupees 1 billion should be allowed to enter into the industry. Okay, so now we are talking about the competition. How the competition should be is, so when you are trying to entertain private companies, what did I say? 50% should be government, 50% should be private. So when you are entertaining private companies into the insurance market, ensure that at least their paid up capital should be rupees 1 billion. Billion rupees, not 1 rupee, billion rupees. So it's like, crores, in crores. Next step. No company should deal in both life insurance and general insurance through a single entity. Okay, that means no company should deal in both. See, now say this is SR degree college. Okay. Now this is only a degree college with the name SR. Okay. Now what he is saying is, degree and intermediate should not be in one entity. Means think that this is one entity. This is one building. Now first floor is degree, second floor is intermediate. No, it should not be like that. Try to have a separate entities. Like now you see this is only a degree college. We are having other intermediate college in the other area. Isn't it? So that is what the discussion here. So life insurance, general insurance should not start with one. Okay, what is that? Life insurance and general insurance should not start by one company under a single entity. They have to do it as a separate business but not as a same business. That is point number one. Then point number two, because I told you all private company should have minimum paid up capital of 1 billion, then only they should be allowed into the market. Second one is, no company should deal with both life and non-life insurance business. The next one is, foreign companies can be allowed to enter into the industries, but they should combine with the Indian industry. Again I am repeating, foreign companies are allowed into the market. Which market? Insurance market. But they have to combine with the domestic companies. Who are domestic companies? Our Indian companies. So they cannot put as a separate insurance company, but they should combine with our Indian company. Okay, next. Postal life insurance should be allowed to operate in the rural market. Okay, so in the rural market we cannot see all the private insurance companies. That's the reason what they are suggesting is, in the competition, allow postal department also. Now in the postal department also you are having life insurance. Do you know that? If you go to any postal department, postal office, you will see different kinds of schemes in that insurance businesses. Okay, so but the premium amount that you are going to pay, the amount that you are going to pay to the in the postal department, it will be very less, which is affordable by rural people. So that's the reason postal markets, insurance markets can be opened in the rural areas, so that even the rural people can avail the opportunity of the insurance businesses. Okay, so I will stop till here because the time is up. In the next session I will try to continue in tomorrow's session, because today I'm going to start regulation of business, insurance business also. Okay. Thank you girls. Have a nice day.